here, I know the question was out there before we were on this item. This attorney, Mr. John Barr, how did you find this attorney?
I'm aware of Mr. Barr from my personal experience. He was the attorney who represented me in my recall in the case where I took the recall case to court. But his name was, without my previous comments to the attorney that I contacted seeking a person who could handle this case, his name was the first name that was mentioned.
And also, if I could, are there any other council people familiar with this attorney? Anybody? Anybody ever hear of him before tonight?
I had.
Okay, she's in the legal field, Ms. Mullen?
If I may state something, you know, we've been here an hour, and I know we've talked about procedure, we've talked about everything, but I don't think it has been mentioned what we're doing here. It's for the SAFER grant, and it's $8.2 million. If we can secure this grant, will be well worth the money spent to make our residents safer and to have many more firefighters.
For the maker of the motion and the support, which I believe is Ms. Muller and Mr. Delo, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So my question would be, along the lines of qualifications, like what does this law firm do primarily? And
sure.
Also, are they familiar with anything like this, like in terms of enforcing a grant for a mayor to take a grant like this?
I indicated that I would have a resume sent. I have a resume sent to every member of the council.
Okay.
I want to just take a moment though, because Ms. Molner's point is precisely correct. The ins and outs of parliamentary procedure and the way we go about getting things done are fine. But we are in a situation now where $8 million could be in this city's coffers and won't be unless we pass this motion, apparently. Now here's Detroit with 137 fires in an immediate period of time, and they're talking about having to reduce their firefighting staff until they can move forward with a grant. They're seeking money while we're sending money to Allen Park. They are seeking money. They are attempting to bolster their firefighters while we're talking about taking our 24 firefighters down to 19. This council has an absolute responsibility to see to the safety, health, and welfare of the citizens of this town. And this is the only mechanism that we have to get to that point. Therefore, I would call the questioning secretary.
If I may, Mr. Delo, because this item obviously is not specifically about the SAFER grant. I don't think anyone on this council or in our town would object to us having additional fire staff and police staff. I think that goes without saying. My question, and I think more of the issues that are at hand here and the issues that are at hand in Detroit and Allen Park are how do we pay for it? My question to you regarding this item, if I may, and I just put it out to the council, the city is operating with red ink for the next 4 years. Where's the money going to come from to pay for another attorney? Do we need to make a budget amendment here today and move some money?
Madam Chair?
Can we move some money?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm asking you a question, Mr. Delo.
Yeah, point of order.
Madam Chair, point of order. I had my hand up too.
Ms. Brandano also has a comment.
Point of order, though, there was
He did, but I had a question before anyone said I support, so it doesn't.
And I have a hand up too.
And she had her hand up. So you don't call the Robert's Rules of Order, is to, after everyone's comments have been exhausted, we just got on this item, and I think that since you knew about this attorney before you came to this meeting tonight, and I, being the chairwoman of the council, had no idea, Jill, being the chairwoman pro tem, had no idea, we were elected by a large number of voters who expected us to do our due diligence here, and I will do that.
And I
And
indicated,
Mr.
I
Delo,
indicated that
listen.
I will send a resume for the attorney.
After the
Okay,
fact.
but I want to know how we're going to pay for it, and I'm willing to do a budget amendment here today and move money from the council department because I can see that this is so important to my colleagues. And we can move all healthcare dollars, and we could move employee dollars, anything you want to get that done. Take a pay cut.
And Chair,
That's my opinion. Ms. Brandon.
also, along the lines of, how can we move money where we don't have it to spend and spend money where we don't even know where it's coming from? And how do we do that?
If it comes to that, it's called a budget amendment.
Okay,
That's what I'm talking about.
If it comes to that, it's called a budget amendment.
Hasn't it come to that? We're operating in the red for the next 4 years?
Madam Chair, may I
Madam
finish?
Chair, that has nothing to do with this issue.
So besides the $8.1 million, we'll have to add, the fact that there are, there's research being done about some other additional costs